For me, painting and singing are a 10 out of 10. Which one should I focus on as my purpose?
Both. You should focus on the things that you love and enjoy, and most importantly, you should read Mastering Yourself. And I would also suggest that you watch the videos I did. Let's see, I did Chunky, Caroline, Jocelyn, I think Gracie. We did 4 different people where I take them through the process of discovering your purpose. So when you have something you love and enjoy, you should lose yourself in the process of doing that. Because when you love something, you'll obsess over it in a way that nobody else will obsess over it. And the reality is when it comes to earning income, you get paid based upon the value that you bring to the marketplace. And that means your reserve of knowledge, growing that, and developing your gifts, your skills, and your talents. And what were the 2 things that he says he does?
Painting and singing. So he's an artsy dude, clearly.
So we should continue to do both of those and see where it goes. Look for a way to monetize those passions. Obviously, singing, you can write music, you can perform music, you can be in a band and get paid for performing in a band, you can sell merchandise, you can paint. Maybe your best paintings, you can, if you got a social media following, you could sell those or you can sell prints of them. Look at how other people are monetizing their singing career and their painting. And in addition to the other things, so you never, it's not going to be one or the other, it's do both of them if they both bring you joy, because everybody's got a list of things they love and enjoy. Most people 10 to 15 on average. The high side is 30, and the lowest I've ever had people only come up with 4 or 5. But whatever your ultimate list ends up being, say if there's 10 things on it and one of them is painting and the other one is singing and there's 8 other things, those 8 other things that you also love and enjoy need to be part of your professional life or your social life. Because if you got 10 things that you really love and enjoy and you're only doing 2 of them on a regular basis, you're going to feel like you're not doing what you were put in this earth to do. You're always going to feel like something is missing. So you need to do both of them and see where it goes. Look and see how other people are monetizing the same interests and passions that you have and copy that model and apply what you learn so you can get the same results.
I think what he could also do too is meet people that can connect with him in that regard. Like if he meets other people that are also into the same passions he is, that can give him more of a motivation to
Like
go
attracts
big.
like. Maybe you meet a cute girl that likes to paint as well, or she likes to sing and maybe you write music together.
Hmm.
You never know. That's how the magic comes together. It's like when I was in real estate, I loved it. I was excited about it. And then I went to work for a company with guys that also loved the business. And I met other people there that loved the business. And 2 of them became my business partners and getting into self help, just loving that and being immersed in that. I met one of the greatest loves of my life involved in that. I met one of my best friends in that just because people that like the same things tend to like each other. And so you anything you can do to lose yourself in your passions, you don't say, okay, it's one or the other, it's both and see where it goes.
Hmm. And it's like awesome. Like you can find like all different kind of painting classes. I mean, I used to attend all different types of like art classes. I'm not gonna drop like names in particular, but um, it's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to find new friends. I did it even with my mom, so it's it's a bonding thing. I'm for it. I think the more hobbies that you can find, the better that you will feel like inside. So you like to paint, you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to jump around, you like to do yoga, whatever makes you happy. Explore that
If
and
it's your purpose, it should be something you love, not something you like. Because if you're putting things down that you like, then what happens is you focus on things that you like instead of what you love. You'll work harder at things you love. And when you just like something, you'll do it until it gets hard. Like if you've been at something like my business, I wrote about this extensively in Mastering Yourself. It's after making $500,000 a year, I got the bright idea that hey, I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to go become a full-time life coach. It took me 4 years to figure out the right way to package up the services and the products that I have in a way that was profitable and continue to grow. I didn't expect that to happen, but a big reason why it took 4 years is because, as Master Yoda said, you must unlearn what you have learned. And so, all the things that made me successful in real estate, especially when it came to marketing and advertising, if you're selling a $300,000 house and you're doing the loan in the real estate, you got $22,000 in commissions that are coming your way. So if you're dropping 50 grand a month on television advertising, well, you only need what, 3 deals, and you've basically broken even with what you were paying on the advertising. If you're spending 50 grand a month and you're selling a $30 book, you got to sell thousands of books. And the reality is you're just not going to earn back enough money from that kind of advertising to recoup your cost, from your sales. So your expenses are always going to exceed your revenue, and eventually, when that happens, you run out of money, you run out of capital. And so, like I said, for me, my success that I had kind of hindered me when I got into this because I was trying to apply that business model to a completely different industry. Plus, we were having that transition from the internet as a novelty and having a company website to social media and YouTube. And when I started, it's like when anybody starts anything, you don't know how you're going to do it. You have some ideas, but the things that made my business the success that it is today, like YouTube being one, it didn't even exist when I started doing this, or it was in its infancy. I didn't even hear about YouTube until I think it was probably 2008, 2009, where most of us started hearing about it, and then it was just cutesy type videos or whatever. But like I said, there's a process, and I was willing to spend 4 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars of money that I had left from when I was in real estate and liquidating my assets, and then beyond all that, I was willing to sleep on my dad's couch for 4 years and wait tables for 10 months at a sports bar, which was something that when I was 22, 23, I said, I am never going to do that again. I hated tending bar. I hated waiting tables. The bar rot, the stuff that gets under your hands, your fingernails. I had no cuticles when I was tending bar because my hands were always wet all day long. And my skin was dry and it cracked. That part was unpleasant, but yet I was willing to go back and do that and humble myself after having made $500,000 a year because I believed in myself. And the reason I stuck with it was because I loved it. I knew that what I taught worked. I knew from my experiences how well it worked, but being able to communicate that in a way that people would want to become my customer, buy my books, or hire me to coach, or watch my videos and click on ads, whatever it happened to be, that stuff took a lot longer than I expected and way more money. And because I loved it, I stuck with it. And you don't want to be a 39, 40-year-old dude sleeping on your dad's couch after driving exotic cars and living in really nice, expensive homes and going and staying at the Beverly Wilshire in LA and going into the Rolex shop and just dropping 7, 8 grand for a watch and not even bat an eyelash to, in the middle of summer when it was slow in Delray Beach, working 8, 10 hours and going home with like $80, $90, and then I'm going to start a Google pay-per-click campaign and you blow that money in seconds. I was willing to do it because I loved it and I stuck with it and eventually figured it out, and I've had a huge impact. And because I gave my business model away in mastering yourself, there's a lot of dudes that now have very good careers as coaches as well because they've learned my stuff and they do videos talking about the same things, and they're able to reach people that just say, that Corey dude, I don't like his voice, I don't like the way he looks, I don't like his shaved head, whatever. They don't want to pay attention to me. I can't reach them, but somebody else has been able to. And so therefore, my outcome still is achieved.
Would any of you guys say you have found your purpose, Erica, Jade? Or you guys are still in the process of looking for that?
Definitely still in the process. I'm definitely a work in progress every day. I'm always going to be growing and finding something to better inside of myself and to help this planet.
Climate change, bro. We're going to save the planet.
For me, like we've already talked about this, but I did the same thing for like 17 years. So for me, learning from you guys to do editing and make reels and stuff, that's really big for me, like a huge change for somebody. I never even knew how to post a video on Instagram, like until like a couple months ago. I don't like technology is like not good for me. Never been good at it ever.
That's because you're a garden gnome. What do garden gnomes know about technology?
But I learned from you guys, and that's like that was so amazing that was doing one thing that I'd done for years, and then to completely go an opposite way was like like to me, I think that's amazing to change something like that. And I think we should be learning different things every single day, every second of the day. So
No, and definitely every step you take in life that, leads you to somewhere you wouldn't think, you would ever,
right, yeah,
like say if you're finding your purpose, you never think that something so simple can lead you there. Like
right,
for example, like when I started uh working with Corey, it's already been over a year. I honestly did not think that I would find something, at least for me, I think it's my purpose. Would I set it in stone? Not 100% quite yet, but I'm already getting an idea as to what my purpose is. So for me, I've gone back into creative writing and doing music. And when I went to school for broadcast journalism, I found out I also like to do voiceovers, voice narration, and just other artsy stuff. And I'd get direct messages from Corey's viewers, and I've seen your messages, by the way, guys. And I honestly want to say thank you for that, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would have not have an idea as to what my purpose is. And I think so far my purpose in life is to help others through communication and being creative. I would have not found that out if I wasn't here right now, But again, guys, thank you for the messages. I really appreciate the positivity for
yeah,
that.
absolutely. And also, you have a million people that, you can just keep talking and they're actually listening to you. So
Yeah.
that's good too.
Yeah.